This video is about your new version of Candy Country of the Month. That's going to be due May 15th, and it's kind of your last project. It's a bigger project than Candy Country normally is, and because of that, I'm not going to be giving you much else to do between now and the end of school. So this is kind of it, with a few small things maybe. What I've got up here is some things that will help you understand.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very much. I've got a few students. I'll show you them here. These are my students. Got 3 of them. And what are Easton? Did you bring a gun to school?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. But is that?
All that.
No, I think you're. How old are you?
I'm 4.
You're 4. Okay. All right.
And
All right.
I brought some blankets.
Okay.
Thank you.
That sounds good. We're already off track, but that's okay.
Can I have a blanket?
This class period is a little bit off task, but that's okay. So, real quick, you have your rubric, and I'm going to get that up for you right here on the screen. It's new, and it looks like this. It's pretty much the same rubric with a few additions. So, number 1, pick a country, either Brazil or Sweden. I don't really care what one you pick. You only have to do one. If you do both, then I'll give you extra credit. Easton, what country do you pick? Brazil or Sweden? Which one? Brazil or Sweden? Say it out loud.
Yeah.
Brazil?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Paisley, what one do you pick?
Brazil.
You pick Brazil too?
Brazil.
Eden, all Brazil. They all pick Brazil.
Because Ethan, I think he's gonna get it right.
Okay. That's good. Good job. You're going to do the normal things. What do you need to pack? What do you need to know before you go? What would you do when you got there? I made the fun facts like extra credit. And you're just going to add 3 things to your project. Airfare, hotel, and transportation. And there's a second part of the rubric that will make more sense here in a bit. But just so you know, you are planning an actual trip for 2 people. The budget that they have, $5,000. They're both adults, no kids. And the trip is for 6 days, 5 nights. It does need to start on May 7th, and it returns on May 12th. Those are the dates you need to use when you look for airfare and hotels and all of that. And that will make sense in a second. Where are you going to put airfare, hotels, and transportation? You are essentially going to add them in where I have them in blue. So what would you pack? Pick 3 things, add your airfare in there. So you've got what kind of charger do you need and all that stuff. Also, airfare. All you need to do on your main project is the flight number and the airline. And I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But on this example right here, which is someone's project that I'm about to add to, what would you need to pack? What do you need to know? And what will you do when you get there? Where it says what would you pack, airline, flight number, and your main project. So you would have another bullet point here, and it would say American Airlines. Number, and usually the flight number has AA for American Airlines, or DL if it's Delta, whatever you pick, and then like a number. I don't know, I'm making that up. So you're just going to add that. Your main project is going to look exactly the same with 3 additions. There's a little bit more involvement on the budget part that I'll explain in just a second. Okay? What do you need to know or learn when you get there? You can simply include the hotel name and type of room. So you've got all of this, and you're just going to add hotel name. Hotel Ibis, because that's the name of a hotel I stayed in one time. And it is a Queen Ocean View room. That's it. Done. And lastly, scroll. What would you do when you got here, plus your transportation? Easton, are you going to take a taxi or rent a car?
On the car.
You're going to rent a car. Paisley,
A taxi.
you're going to do a taxi. Okay. Eden,
On the car.
you're going to rent a car. Okay. That's all you're going to be putting down on your actual main project. So what will I do when I got here? You're going to add right here, rent a car. Bonus points if you put the name of the car rental place on the main project. You're going to do that later on the budget part, but maybe that would help. Avis car rental. And that's it. So your project is not going to look very much different from what it normally would. It's literally just going to have 3 things added to it. The extra work is going to come into play with this. So I'm going to go ahead and explain to you what that is, how to work it, and give you an example based on the project that I stole from Greece from some other random student. Okay, so about your budget. You're going to get another paper that looks like this. And this is where a lot of the work, the extra work is going to come into play. I've duplicated that over here on the board so I can show you how to do it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or start like a chat. But let's show you how to do it. You're going to have a starting budget of $5,000 for 2 people. It's important that you do everything for 2 people. Yes, 2 people. That's what the assignment's going to be for 2 people. We're going to start with airlines. That's the first thing. You decided that you were going to take American Airlines number, whatever I wrote there. How do you find airlines? Google. A lot of people on the language thing, they Googled one thing and it didn't show them what they wanted and they kind of gave up. So play around with Google, and there's some other websites that I'll be sending you a link for later as well. But if we're going to go to Brazil, are you just going to fly to Brazil?
Yeah.
Kind of. Where are you going to fly? You have to be more specific. You're going to fly to a city in Brazil. Does anyone know the name of a city in Brazil? Rio?
Mm-hmm.
Rio de Janeiro? All right. Where are we going to fly from? Are we going to fly from the St. George Airport? No, we're probably going to fly from Carrot. No, not quite Carrot. Where does Grandma Susan live?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. We're going to fly from Las Vegas. So, here we go. Flights, Vegas to Rio. It's there. It's easy. And it gives you all sorts of stuff. We're not going June 4th. Do you remember when we're going?
On May 7th.
May 7th. Good job. When are we coming back?
May 17th.
Nope. Close. 12th.
12.
Done. Okay. Search flights. This is all through Google. There's other websites that work too, but it's going to give you some flights, okay? United, and it's going to give me this number right here, flight number UA1113, and a price of $900 even, round trip, times 2. So, on your budget, write down this. Item from project, airfare.
EK6.
Website source. This one is Google. You might use Expedia or Kayak or one of the other ones I'm going to give you. Cost in US dollars. This is in US dollars already, so that's easy. 900 times 2, so 1,800. 1,800. And then you have a remaining balance because you started with 5,000. You subtracted 1,800. So you got 3,200. Okay, so flights, that's the easy one. Find a flight, figure out how much it costs for 2 people, put it in your budget so that you have a remaining balance. You're going to do the same thing for hotels. The example that I've got is Greece. I'm going to use that. And if you passed Europe test, which I hope you did, you would know the capital of Greece is Athens. What hotels they got in Athens? Again, Friday, May 15th. No, we're going May 7th. And we're coming back 12th. Done. Here we go. Wow, there's a lot. It'll even give you a map. The map is going to be important. I would choose your hotel wisely because your transportation is going to get more expensive if you are needing to use it to travel from your hotel to the places you said you would visit in the what would you do when you got here portion. So keep that in mind. I'm going to pick a random example and you'll see how that will work out. Royal Olympic Hotel, view prices. I said that it was a Queen Ocean view. We'll see if that matches the website. This brought me to Expedia, so I'm actually going to write that down. So hotel, Expedia, and this is the one we want. Select your room. Room. No, I don't want a double room. Sleeps 2 people, 1 queen. Okay, so we're gonna go with that one. It is $200 per night. So total for 2 people will be $999. So cost in US dollars. And now we're down to 2,201. For the hotel. Those 2 parts should be pretty easy. Next, we're going to look at the transportation and the cost in the things that you pick to do. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. View in a map. Let's do that. Well, that didn't bring me to where it said it would. There we go. Is this gonna work? Yeah, kind of. Nice. You know what I'm thinking? If you did your hotel stuff first, it would give you some information that would help decide what to do. So you might do the hotel first. But either way, if you've done the other one first, basically you're going to find an address, 2834. Geez, 2834 Athanasio. Yeah, we're going to assume it's that one. Okay, now we can go to maps. And we can get directions for, let's put a pin. Save. Sure, favorites. Directions. And we will go from our hotel to the Acropolis. Let's see. Okay, so from our hotel to the Acropolis, it says roughly 2 kilometers. We're going to go with 2 kilometers as our 2 kilometers. That's what we're going to go with for our baseline. And if you chose a taxi, it's easy. You just have to go Athens taxi rates. Tax fares in Athens. That's how much it is. For a starting charge, we're going to assume it's during the day. 74 cents per kilometer, which is so you have to pay $1.29 or €1.29, and then 74 cents per kilometer. So essentially, what you're doing, since what you need is only 2 kilometers, you do your $1.29, or €1.29, excuse me, and then you add your 74 cents times 2, which is a total of €2.77. So that's what we're going to go with. If you're going to take a taxi, it's going to cost €2.77. Okay, and that's probably going to be one way, so you're going to have to double that when you do your final math for this one thing that you're going to do. So we need to find out how much the Acropolis costs. If it costs anything else, sometimes it's free. I'm going to just do the cost to build. We don't care about that. Cost is about €20. Confused about Acropolis ticket price? There's going to be a few options. They have like skip the line options and everything. You don't need to get that much into it. The most famous site in all of Athens. No, I don't want to sign in. This will give it to you in dollars, which is nice for TripAdvisor, because what you're going to have to do if you figure it out in euros is you're going to have to convert it, because I'm asking for in your budget US dollars. So I'll show you how to do that version. So we're going to call it 20 euros. It costs 20 euros to get in to the Acropolis per person. So 40 euro. It's going to cost €2.77 to get there, €2.77 to get back. And this is assuming you take a taxi. And I don't have my calculator, so we're going to use the calculator app on Google. 40 euro plus €2.77 plus €2.77 to get back. 45.54. Now, euro to US dollar. And we want how many euros? 45.54. And that would cost us $49.48. That is the final number that we need to add in our budget. And it includes taxi and entrance price. So right here, I'm going to write in green since I lost my purple marker somehow. Item from project, the Acropolis. Website source. Well, we got to add a few here. We did Athens Airport Taxi, and we did Athens Guide. So let's write both of those. Athens Guide, and then Athens Airport Taxi. I don't need all the .com or the .org or the slashes or anything. Cost in US dollars, we figured it was $49 and what was it? $49.48. Okay, you get your calculator and you do 2,201 minus $49.48. We now have 2,151 and 52 cents. All right, what if you don't plan on taking a taxi? This is how I would do it. You've got 6 things that you're planning on doing. So you're going to figure out how much gas is going to cost you per the 6 things. And then I would divide the actual rental cost by 6 and add that in. So this is how I would do that. Just car rental, Athens Airport, Arizona. Is there an Athens, Arizona? Geez, can I spell? Sure. I don't know. Car, okay, yeah, we're gonna use kayak. And remember, we are going on May 7th and going to the 12th. Sure, noon is fine. Search. Sure thing. Fiat 500. Oof. I don't know if I could fit in those. I haven't heard of any of these. I'm going with the Twingo because that sounds cool. Okay, so you're going to need 2 pieces of information here. So we're going to okay, so it's actually going to give it to you per day, which is awesome. Since you're going to be there for 6 days and 5 nights, it'll do the math for you. It's going to cost you $15 per place you want to go. $15 for the Acropolis, $15 for whatever you're doing next, plus gas. How much is it going to cost in gas? It's a manual. A lot of you guys would be in a lot of trouble. Not a lot of people know how to drive a manual. Okay, so that's where we're going to get that information. $15 per day for this one. And then we're going to go a Twingo gas mileage. Nice. 67 miles per gallon. How much does a gallon cost in Athens? First of all, it's not going to be, it's going to be per liter. 1 liter, wait. It gives it to you in US dollar. That's awesome. And euro. So it costs $1.50. I'm going to call that $1.50 in US dollars per liter, and you're getting 63 miles per gallon. Shoot. Okay, so I'm going to go with this because it gave me the information miles per gallon. So $5.67 for 63 miles. You should have to figure out how many miles you're going and use this math. $5.67 for 63 miles. Let's actually do that right now. And again, calculator app. 63 miles per gallon divided by $5.67 per gallon. 11 cents per gallon per mile. That is not what I want. So 11 cents per mile plus $15 to go there. So if I'm renting a car, how much is it going to cost for the week? Divided by 6, that's how much it costs. Plus, in this case with the Twingo, it's going to cost me 11 cents US dollars per mile that I drive. So you would do the same thing. So 2 kilometers is, it was 2.1, I believe. 2.1 kilometers is 1.3 miles. So if we were going from the hotel to the Acropolis and we were renting a car, we would do 11 cents times 1.3 dollar. It's too late for me to, this is why I don't teach math. I hope you guys are, and apparently I searched up some type of bone fracture. Math feels like a bone fracture sometimes. Anyway, 11 cents times 1.3, 14.3 cents plus $15. So taxi-wise, taxi would be better in this case. It was only just over $5 for the trip. Renting a car would be $15.14. I hope you know how I figured that part out. $15 was per day, which is how much it costs for the week divided by 6. And then this was how we did 14 cents is how much money we'd be spending on gas for that trip. One way actually, so it'd be 28 cents. $5 or $15.28 plus 40 euro to get into the Acropolis. You add those up, and that's what you'd put for the budget if you're renting a car instead of taking a taxi. You got to do either one. Sometimes I like renting a car better because I have a budget. You have a budget for a reason. Some people want to stay under their budget and try to do the trip as cheap as possible. I think it's more fun to see how much it would cost to rent like a Ferrari. To go from your hotel to the Acropolis while driving a Ferrari, it's going to be a little bit more than $15, but apparently we have the budget for it. I mean, we still have a couple grand and 5 more places to visit. So, all right, so we're going to do the food part, and that's the last thing I'm going to show you. It's going to be very similar to the Acropolis thing. Instead of entrance to the Acropolis, it's how much does it cost for the food. So let's see what he wrote for food. Gyro. I know that's not how it's spelled. I know that is how it's spelled. I know that's not how it's pronounced. So first thing I need to do, types of euro and Athens. Oh, they just give me where to find the best euros. That's easy. Okay. That right there. Unless that's way too far away from the hotel. Okay, so there should be some pictures of the menu right there, actually. €2.30. And some beers, some soda. So 2 people getting €2 and 2 sodas at this place. €4.60 plus €2.80. 6, 7, 40, €7.40. That's it. Lunch food, the euros is €7.40 for the euros that cost us. We should have to find out how far away it is from the hotel, which I can't remember. It was the Royal. Come on. Yeah, okay, here we go. Let's copy that. So the hotel to Costas. Directions. Hotel to Costas is one kilometer. Super close. And we decided it would be $15 if I was renting a car plus 11 cents per kilometer. So $15.22 because you'd have to double it to get back. Or taxi was $1 or at €1. I think it was €1.79 plus 74 cents per kilometer. So yeah, it's about the same as the Acropolis. So the money that you spent on getting there plus €7.40, that's what you're going to write here. And what do we decide? Okay, so euro at Costas, and we used Google. And it was going to cost us, that's hilarious. €7.40 plus 15. I'm going with the car rental this time. 15.22 plus, oh man, €7.40. How much is that in US dollars? Because that's something that we have to do before we add. Euro to US dollar, 740. 803. This trip is going to cost us $23.25. And that will give us a grand total of when we subtract that, oops. I hate math as much as you guys. Maybe not. 2,128.27 cents. All right, there you have it. So I know it's a lot of work. I also know that this video was long and probably boring. So I apologize that it had to be done. You have a month to do this and not much else in geography. I know that they're trying to make it a little bit easier as well on you for some other classes. So have fun with it. If you have any questions, email me, start a chat or a video conference, anything you need. I will email out the rubric to you, and the video, this video will be published. And yeah, go ahead and get started. You have a while. I know that some parents have emailed looking at a project and saying, how do you expect us to get this done? But they don't look at the due date. You have a full month. I really am not expecting more than 20 minutes a week. A little over an hour for the entire project for kind of the rest of the quarter. I think that's pretty reasonable. If you made it through the video, email me and say, I made it all the way to the end of the video, Mr. Reid, and I will email you the link to a magic trick that I'm recording. It's a pretty visual magic trick. If you didn't make it all the way through the video, they're not going to get the magic trick. So kudos to you. Anyway, signing off. Until next time.